Here we'll be looking at quadrilaterals in the coordinate plane and what we can do with them when we assign variables as their location. So first off, we're given a square PQRS with one corner P at the origin. If you remember, the origin means 0, 0. So P is at 0, 0. If the length of each side is A units long, find the coordinates of all the vertices. So we know that each side is A long, so A, and A, right? Because it's a square, of course. Now, Q is still on the x-axis, which means that the y point for Q is going to be 0. Now, how far over do I go to get to Q? Well, I go A on the x. So A comma 0 is where x is located. Yes, we are using letters here to symbolize how far we're going. Now, from P to S, the S is on the y-axis, so that means that the x is 0, and it goes up A. So S is going to be 0, comma, A. And now to get to R, I go over A and up A, so R is at A. So now it says find PR. PR means the distance from P to R. So if you think about your distance formula, P is at 0, 0. R is at AA. To go from 0 to A, we go up A, and same thing here. So distance formula is delta x squared plus delta y squared equals d squared. So that means that a squared plus a squared equals d squared. 2a squared equals d squared. And now we square root it. Well, you can't take the square root of 2, but the square root of a squared is a root 2. Which makes sense if you think of the distance from P to R as a 45, 45, 90 triangle. The distance would be a root 2. Now we got to find the slope of PR. Slope is delta y over delta x. If you look back at our chart, you know that delta y equals a and delta x equals a. So anytime you have a letter over itself or a number over itself, the answer is 1. And the perimeter, of course, will be 4a. Let's try a different shape now. Let's try the rectangle. Okay, we have rectangle WXYZ centered at 0, 0, which means the very center of this rectangle is 0, 0. W is at A, B. So let's say that we go over A here and up B here. So A comma B. And we want to know the rest of the information. So if it's a rectangle and this is the center, you know that this side has to be congruent to this side. And if this is the center, that means it'll be equidistant from the x-axis, which means there'll be a point here, which is still at A, but now it's at negative B. So W, X. Now Y is going to be A away, so it's going to be at negative A, and negative B. And finally, Z will be up here at negative A, positive B. So X, A, negative B, Y, negative A, negative B, and Z, negative A, B. So that's just making sure that you go around with this being the center. So the distance from W to X, let's see here, A to B and A to negative B. To go from B to negative B, you go down 2B. Think about it, from B to 0 is down B, and 0 to negative B is down another B, so minus 2B. And this is no change. So the distance is just going to be 2B, because distance is always positive. The distance xy, so negative A to negative B, A to negative B, no change, 2A. So xy is 2A away. The slope of wx is a vertical line. If you think about it, you have AB, A negative B, so it's down 2B, and no change, which means negative 2B over 0. And can you divide by 0? No, so the slope is undefined. Remember, the slope of any vertical line will always be undefined. And the slope of xy is a horizontal line. So if you think about that one, well, we have right here the information 0 over negative 2b, which equals 0. The slope of any horizontal line is always going to be 0. The perimeter will be 2b plus 2b, so 4b plus 4a. Let's do one more example. I want you to pause the video on this one. Really, the D, I don't think it's going to let me move it. No. The D should be at the corner and the C should be at the corner. Pause it and try to figure out the missing blanks here. All right, let's see how you did. So A is at 0, 0. B is at A, 0. C we don't know, but D is at B, C. And we want to figure out where C is first off. Okay, so go from A to B, you go over A. So this distance right here, saying from here all the way to A, is going to be the distance A. But we want to go a little bit more, and that's going to be the same distance right there. So the distance is going to be A plus B, comma, we're still up C. So find the distance AB. Well, that's just going to be 0 to 0, A to 0, so no change, up A, so the distance is A. The slope of AB, it's horizontal line, so 0. Now let's find AD. So AD is going to be from 0, 0 to BC. That's up C, up B. So delta x squared is b squared plus delta y squared equals d squared. We can't combine those, so we just square root both sides. And we get that the distance is the square root of b squared plus c squared. Notice we cannot break that down anymore. This is the final answer for AD as a distance. Don't say b plus c. It's the square root of b squared plus c squared. And finally, the slope of AD. Well, changing y is c, changing x is b, so c over b. So please, here's the homework. Make sure you practice it, and thanks for watching.